Hi there, I'm Carla of TinyAngryCrafts, and I decided to do a little thing. I noticed that there wasn't a historical costumers tag on YouTube, so I decided to make one, as you do. Are tags even fun anymore? I mean, what is this, 2012? Anyway, just thought it would be really fun to do and, sort of bring us costumers together. Can I even call myself a costumer if you've yet to see any costumes I made on YouTube? I'll ponder that. Anyways, let's get started with this tag. First question is, who are you? I'm Carla, 30-year-old fledgling costumer of the historical sort. I am a seamstress, a knitter and crocheter, a cosplayer, and a vintage clothing lover. Second question. What is your first costume? Well, technically, it was one my mother made me when I was about 5, 6. How old was I when I got Addie? Let's say 6. And she made me one of Addie's dresses, which one I don't remember. That was many moons ago. And I really loved it. I picked out the fabric and everything, and it was just great fun to do with her. But if you want to be technical as an adult, my first costume, historical costume rather, was borrowed from my friend Sydney. And it's this lovely thing. Third question. Favorite era of costuming? Well, since like I said, I'm a fledgling costumer, I really love the 18th century for now. I just love, as I'm working on my costumes and I'm working from the inside out, just the structure of the undergarments fascinates me, which is a really interesting thing to think about to modern ears, but just how the rigidity of the stays to get that nice conical shape going on. Bum pads are hilarious to me. Chemises are pretty much, shifts, chemises, whatever, stay pretty much the same for a good number of centuries, so nothing too exciting there. But yeah, the undergarments are fun, the outer garments are fun. Just so much changed in, say, a decade, and that's just neat. Number 4, what drew you to costuming? Well, literally seeing my friends in their 18th century garb got me thinking, I want to do that. I really want to do that. That looks like fun. I like this. And they were very sweet and lovingly encouraged me to join them, which took no prodding at all. It was, hey, Carla, want to join us? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So that was just good enough for me. Let's see. I keep looking down because I wrote it down. What inspires you, for question number 5? And I am inspired by pieces of art and all of the Black women and seamstresses that came before me. For very obvious reasons, of course, but I just feel like I'm honoring them with what I do. And that makes me feel good inside. So that inspires me. Number 6, costuming goals. Currently, I'm working on the McCall's M7916 caraco jacket and the petticoat that I drafted from the American Duchess Guide to 18th Century Dressmaking. But eventually I would like to make a robe à la française. No, my bad. A robe à la anglaise and a pétonnière. I just think they'd be really cute. And also some caps. Caps will be nice to make, I think. currently working on one, so. And I also want to have a millinery display at some point. That's like the goal. Number 7, what are your favorite shops? Well, I haven't shopped from very many shops, but I have some rouge and pomade from LBCC Historical, and I also have stockings from Penny River Costumes, who is changing over her site to a brand new front called, I'll stick it right here because I can't think of it off the top of my head. But because of Etsy and their dastardly ways of changing things around when no one asked them to, she decided to start something for costumers. And that's awesome. I approve 100%. I hope it goes very far. And I love American Duchess. I only own their books on the Kindle because when I bought them, I was kind of pinching my pennies together and was all like, I can either buy one book or I can buy 2. So obviously I chose buying 2 on Kindle. One physical book, that meaning, you know what I mean. But I'm saving up for a pair of Kensingtons. Question number 8. Do you hand sew or machine sew? I do both and I love them. I hand sew things that are portable, or maybe one day I'll feel super ambitious and make an entire garment with my hands. So we shall see, but I like the ability to pump out a gown in a matter of hours instead of months, like my shift took. Yeah. Question 9. Favorite historical events? I've honestly only been to 2. And that was marching through history in Norco, California. It's near Riverside. Which is where I saw my friends in their garb and was like, I want to join. And apparently it was on hiatus for a while. And then they resurrected it after another historical event kind of just shifted to only being World War II and forward. So they took it upon themselves to cater to everyone, which is good. And the second one is the Huntington Beach Revolution, which is where I debuted my borrowed costume. But, you know, I had mitts. That totally counts, right? Question 10. Do you history bound? Now, this was honestly a new term for me. It's where you incorporate bits from your historical costume into your normal clothes. I don't yet. I only have mitts. So, and a petticoat. So, but I kind of do that with vintage anyway, but whatever, it's not the point. Question 11. What does your family think of your costuming? My family's amused that I have yet another hobby, and they are supportive of it 5,000%. Question 12. What is your favorite accessory? My hand-sewn mitts, my hand-sewn wool mitts that I drafted from the American Duchess Guide to 18th Century Dressmaking, and a faux pearl necklace that I quickly threw together. And the final question, question 13. How do you feel about the costuming community? Is it inviting or cliquish? Explain why. Now, before I got into historical costuming, I would see horror stories on Instagram of people just straight up being racist in groups. And I was all like, being a cosplayer, I have dealt with crap like that. I don't think I want to deal with that right now. But as with anything, there are bad apples that spoil a bunch. You just have to find the right group. So after my friends lovingly pushed me into this, I just was like bombarded, I would say. Not bombarded. Let's go with bombarded. I was bombarded with really cool group after really cool group. And then really neat people following me. And everyone's been so nice. And it's been like giving me the warm fuzzies. And, you know, it's nice because you don't really see a whole lot of Black people doing this. I mean, we out there. It's just not a whole big bunch of us. So warm and inviting is my view on it now, thankfully. And that's it. That's all the questions I have. Just 13 simple little questions. And then you have to tag someone because that's how a tag works. And I'm going to tag all of you that are watching this if you consider yourself a costuber. But if you want individual tags, let's go with my friend Rachel Maxey. Hey, girl. Let's throw it out there. She doesn't know who I am. Bernadette Banner. Morgan Donner. And let's try Kathy Hay. Those three have no idea who I am. They are probably not going to do this. If they do, but, you know, let's just have fun with this. See where it takes us. If you decide to do it, let me know in the comments below. If you can think of any other questions to this, questions that should have been asked, link them down below. I might do part 2 and tell the world of your contribution. But, yeah. This was fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching and listening. If you would like to, you can subscribe to my channel, where I will be showing you costumes and vintage garments that I make, along with silly things like this. So, let's be friends. Okay? Thank you. Bye.